Hey guys, Davey here for Femme Ferocity, and we are on a road trip. Well, sort of a road trip. We're off to the fashion capital, which is Chadstone, in this part of the state? I don't know. World? It's not the world.
This part of the country.
This part of wherever I am.
State.
I am with Shaylee, who is driving.
I think I just went a speed camera.
Really?
Fuck.
Oh, you totally did.
I totally did.
Oh no! There's absolutely no footage to say you were driving. There's no way we can tell.
Evidence.
It's fine. So, without further ado, I will address the beautiful creatures of the channel. So Thursday, I'm glad that it's so accepting where you live in Carbondale. Carbondale, is that what you were saying? I know exactly what you mean when in your search for a place to live, because that's exactly what I'm saying as well. That it's somewhere that you're not just tolerated but accepted, and I think that's sort of my sort of ideal nirvana of a place to live. So yeah, so I absolutely can understand what you're saying. Is there another freaking another freaking speed camera?
Fairly sure I was also speeding then.
Friday. That sucks about your laptop, mate, because it's so frustrating, isn't it? You know, when you try so hard to get something to work and it just doesn't go anywhere. So, you know, hopefully you got that all sorted out, and I look forward to seeing the intro and the outro on your video this week. Also, I didn't know that that Orange County was so goddamn closed-minded. That sucks, man. I know, I mean, everyone hates bullying, and bullying really does suck, and it's unwanted, and it's by the most insecure people you will ever meet are people who feel that they are taller when you are on your knees. So you know, you're stronger for having to go through that, you know, and kudos.
Also, drink every time David says kudos.
Shut up!
I'm going to turn his videos into a drinking game.
Saturday. I love seeing the footage of Superior. It was a really sort of surreal kind of thing to see, really, because the nearest kind of landscape that I can sort of compare where you came from to was when I went up and visited Alice Springs. I think it was the start of last year. You know, we met and visited Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, you know, and all the landscape was really barren and very red, very, very, very interesting. But at the same time, yeah, nothing like what you were talking about. So yours, I guess it was very Wild West, the stuff you were showing me, and or showing us, and it was really cool. It was really cool. I think it also kind of gives me a bit of like a little bit more of an insight into who you are as a person. So I think that's awesome, man. That's really cool. No, turn up where the Macca's is, Bayswater Macca's, not that one, the other one. Monday, Rouge. How the hell do you get your lips looking so goddamn red? Your makeup looked amazing this week, buddy. That was incredible. I think I'm really drawing inspiration to all those who have come before me in terms of rocking out a red lip, because I don't know, somehow it's sort of like a subliminal theme that we've all sort of been doing, and it was probably Flower that started that trend. So, you know, mwah, kudos to you. I haven't delved really deeply into blues and soul. I have, besides, you know, a few occasional things such as listening to tracks from Etta James, Duke Ellington, Edith Piaf, even though I think they are more jazz, but they're still in the same sort of area. But nonetheless, I reckon you'd still have a boatload to teach me about that kind of genre. Tuesday, Tommy. Hello. There were so many things I loved about your video this week, such as I loved your makeup. It was definitely bolder this week. You're definitely right. When you rock out a red lip, you definitely go a little bit more intense, and I kind of like it. You really wowed me with your editing skills as well this week, by, you know, overlaying your audio over the top of the intro. Incredible. Good work, man. Good work. It's funny that you actually also mentioned that you found a lot of songs while, you know, listening to Buffy and, you know, the soundtracks from the TV show, because my best mate Tara, she is obsessed with Buffy. So I think you guys would have so much to talk about. It's funny as well because it's not a show that I have gotten into, but I think it'd be a show that would be right up my alley. I mean, I love True Blood. There's so many, like a lot of sci-fi shows and things like that, a lot of horror shows. So I'm surprised that I actually haven't gotten into it sooner. I also know what you mean when you say if you like a song, you'll listen to it, because I do the same kind of thing. I will get to that in a little bit later in this video. Oh, I'm so dark. I'm so dark. It's really dark right now, so I'm going to shoot like this. So, the topic for the week is Define your music, and that was suggested by Leslie Friday. So I would say that music is such a massive part of what makes me me, because I mean I will listen to it morning, noon and night. I'm almost always listening to something. I've got about over 12,000 different songs on my iTunes, so as you can imagine my collection is a little bit eclectic, and I like to listen to all kinds of things.
Imagine if you had to drive here every day. Yeah.
I did. This was my uni. No, Deacon. I find there's so many different expressions of music as well. You know, there's music to be sad to, there's music to be happy to, there's music to dance to, cry to, be angry to, whatever. You know, so I find it's very hard to restrict yourself, and I think it's kind of impossible to really truly restrict yourself to one single genre, and I don't. For example, I listen to soundtracks when I want to escape, for example like Alan Silvestri, Danny Elfman, John Williams. I listen to classics like Queen and Bowie when I want to be inspired, because those guys are just brilliant. Oh, love Freddie Mercury and love David Bowie. I listen to pop and dance, you know, when I want to be awake, I want to be alert, and you know, when I'm angry I listen to industrial, I listen to metal, I listen to goth, those kinds of things. So you know, I'm yeah, really all over the freaking place. A genre that I'm actually really recently getting into is dubstep. It's like sort of techno, but it's not as intense, but at the same time it's more intense because it's got like a real sort of dark flavour to it. Well, some dubstep does. Yeah, so dubstep is really a thing I'm really into right now. Oh, how pretty. When growing up, I listened to a lot of, I guess, what you could call emo, you know, such as Fall Out Boy, Kiss Chasey, My Chemical Romance, Cute Is What We Aim For. So I don't listen to so much of that stuff now, but I still have a pretty strong affinity for it. A couple more would be my favourite artists would be Marilyn Manson, Lady Gaga, 9 Inch Nails, David Bowie and Queen, of course, as I previously mentioned, The Cure and Klaus Nomi. So what attracts me to these artists? Well, I think to me it's what, like I said with my fashion, it's the BAM factor, but it's a BAM factor in a different sort of way. I find that you know, if music has a lot of passion, a lot of energy, it's well constructed, then it's BAM for me. All the artists that I've previously mentioned, I find that they've ticked so many boxes that other artists don't, such as the artfulness of their lyrics, the construction of their sound, the energy and the passion that they bring to their music. You know, and on top of that, it's you know, metaphors and topics that really do resonate with me. So that's why those artists are my favourite. Now, to finish off this video, I've put together a playlist of my top 6 tracks. It was bloody hard to do. I mean, you know, trying to narrow your tracks down to under 10, you know, it's yeah, very freaking hard. But I was originally going to make it 5, but I got to this point where I just couldn't delete anymore and couldn't remove anymore. So it's a pretty boiled down list of my favourite tracks. Yeah, and every single one of these tracks has a special place in my heart. So you can get that playlist here. So have a click on it, have a listen to it. Yeah. Also, I think I would mention, because I guess it's kind of relevant, that I do actually make my own music as well. I've had an EP out now for about a month. It's called Time, and you can get that for free from SoundCloud or Last.fm. No sign up or anything, I don't think, needed. All you need to do is just go to the link and download it. So yeah, I'll put those links down in the information box below.
Wow. Little bitch has this.
Yeah, I've got a sign. I've got a sign. Oh no.
The fashion capital. Says, yeah. The fashion capital.
I missed that part.
You missed it. Film that instead.
Film what?
Wheels and Time. Wheels and Time.
Anyway, guys, that is it for me this week. So until next Wednesday, I will talk to you all soon. Be sure to check out my EP and also check out that playlist of my top 6 tracks, and you'll get a little bit more of an impression of what I like musically and a little bit more of my personality, I think. Personality. You get it. Anyway, I'll talk to you all soon. See you guys. What's up, bitches? So we've just finished coming from Chadstone, haven't we?
Yes. That's my question.
Yeah. I don't know if this is working. Where do we have? And we bought some things. I bought some things from Galaos. And yeah, I will show them off in my next video, I guess.